hold up. What is that? I missed something. Smoothie gang. I got it, boy. Ready, finally. Smoothie Steve has returned for another video. Now, this one, Smoothie gang, we're doing scary animated. This one is the scary animated story, The Smiling Man. The Smiling Man. So if you squeamish, I mean, if you got sound sensitivity, you man, turn this video off, man, turn it off. And of course, Chucky's here for every scary video soon. Get your blankets ready, fam. This is gonna be a scary one. Woo! But all right, as you guys know, follow me on social, bada boom, bada bing. Follow me on social media. Check out some of my pages. I post some really dope content for the Smoothie gang, all right? Anyway, let's get straight to this video. Let's get into it. Let's see it. What is it all about? Get my plate, Smoothie gang.
About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the US. I've always been a night person, so I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was decidedly not a night person, went to sleep.
Listen, Smoothie gang, I don't trust... Look at his face! I don't trust nobody who walk outside at night in a purple sweater, man. A purple sweater, regular jeans, and a face like... You gotta admit, that hairstyle is dope, though. That hairstyle definitely is dope.
To pass the time, I used to go for long walks and spend the time thinking. I spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night. I never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommates that even the drug dealers in the city were polite.
Would you like some drugs, please? Hey, would you like some drugs, madam? Excuse me, would you like a tablespoon of crack? I don't know. I don't think I make a very good polite drug dealer. Moving on.
In just a few minutes of one evening. It was a Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning, and I was walking near a police-patrolled park quite a ways from my apartment. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight, with very little traffic and almost no one on foot.
All right, hold on, go back, man. Go back, man. Let me go back a little, Smoothie. Listen, when the road split like that, there's only 2 ways you can go. You can go the wrong way or the right. Man, I hope my boy go the right way with that purple sweater. Purple sweater gang, wear that though. Let's get it.
The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty. I went down a short side street in order to loop back down my apartment when I first noticed him. At the far end of the street, on my side, was the silhouette of a man dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to a waltz, but he finished each box with an odd forward stride.
At this point right here, I'll just be like, you know what? He's doing his ballet, man. Let him do his ballet at 2 in the morning. Let him do his thing. It's probably just some drunk white boy. He came from a college party. He smashed a little bit, you know what I mean? And he's back to his theater day, his glee day. He's bopping and ooking in it, man. I don't know. Nothing scary about this one right here.
I guess you could say he was dance walking, headed straight for me. Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and wearing an old suit. He danced closer still until I could make out his face. His eyes were open wide and wild, head tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky.
All right. Yo, right there in there, I would have been walking like a G, you feel me, Smoothie gang? I would have still walked. I would have bumped him as I went by, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the scariest man. I'm the scariest boy in the streets, Smoothie. It's me. I'm the scariest boy in the street, you know what I mean? I would have booped him like get up out of here, man. Like, why you in the street looking up, man? Why you doing that to us, Smoothie? I don't like none of that. But still, I don't know. Let me know what y'all would have done in the comments. Be like, I would have, give him a right hook or something.
His mouth was formed in a painfully wide cartoon of a smile. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer. I took my eyes off of him to cross the empty street.
Don't do that.
As I reached the other side, I glanced back, and then stopped dead in my tracks. He had stopped dancing and was standing with one foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me. He was facing me, but still looking skyward, smile still wide on his lips.
Alright, I'm turning this video off, Smoothie gang, man. I'm turning it off, man. I don't want to hear no more of this, man. Nah, you know what I mean? You can't make me go. You can't, Chucky, say something to him. Hello? That's all Chucky ever says.
I was completely and utterly unnerved by this. I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. Once I had put about half a block between us, I turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For the briefest of moments, I felt relieved, until I noticed him. He had crossed the street and was now slightly crouched down. I couldn't tell for sure.
I feel like he's taking this shit right now. Yo, comment below if you think he's taking this shit. Smoothie Gang, where you at, though? Well, I had to get a drink of my smoothie. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, fam.
Sure, due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me. I had looked away from him for no more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. I was so shocked, and I stood there for some time, staring at him. And then he started moving toward me again. He took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps, as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone, except he was moving very, very quickly. I'd like to say at this point that I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or cell phone or anything at all, but I didn't. I just stood there, completely frozen, as...
This is what he's been doing. This Smoothie, he been doing this whole video, man. Like that's all this boy do is look scared. Like he's worse than me, man. Because he's worse. Well, he's not worse than me because I need all of y'all to do this video. Because without the Smoothie Gang, like I'm nothing, man. Without y'all gang, I'm nothing. All right, I need y'all for this video, man. Spread some love on this video, man. Because without y'all, I'll be worse than him. You know what I mean? I'll be looking like him, but worse than him. You know what I mean? I would have been pissing in there. You know, we're gonna say that for another time. All right, but let's get to it. Much love, Smoothie Guy.
The smiling man crept toward me, and then he stopped again, about a car length away from me, still smiling his smile, still looking to the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the first thing that came to mind. What I meant to ask was, "What the fuck do you want?" in an angry, commanding tone. What came out was a whimper. What the fuck? Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice, and that only made me more afraid. But he didn't react to it at all. He just stood there, smiling. And then, after what felt like forever, he turned around, very slowly, and started dance-walking away. Just like that. Not wanting to turn my back to him again, I just watched him go, until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something.
Why?
He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. I watched in horror as the distant shape of him got bigger and bigger. He was coming back my way. He was coming back my way, and this time he was running. I ran too. I ran until I was off the side road and back onto a better lit road with sparse traffic. Looking...
Yo, I would've ran all the way. Nah. I probably would've stood there like a statue. You know what I'm saying? I would've, but it was because I would've been frozen scared. You know? Yeah.
Behind me then, he was nowhere to be found. The rest of my way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see his stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in that city for 6 months after that, and I never went out for another walk. There was something about his face that always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane.
Insane.
And that's a very, very scary thing to see.
Woo! Man! But for crying out loud, Smoothie Gang, did you see that one, fam? That was a crazy video right there. That right there was type scary, Smoothie Gang. But listen. We gotta do another one inside this video, because you know we do 2 for 1, man. We do 2 for 1. Well, I have 1 heart attack when you can have 2. Let's do some beefy burger videos up in this one right here.